changes, okay? You can have changes at every point in your life. You can change your clothes. Hell, you can buy a new house. You can change the town you live in, okay? Somebody can just change a rule at your job, and you just hate it, okay? Change can be good. Change can be bad. You never know what you're going to get with change. Grass ain't always greener on the other side. You don't know what you're going to get until it happens, all right? Well, college football's changing, if you didn't know, in a multitude of different ways. But what we're going to talk about today is it's changing with the teams just a little. Like, what? Oh, yeah. Sacramento State's coming to the MAC. I'll touch on it more in a minute just because I'm going to talk about the other one first. North Dakota State. I got tongue-tied trying to say it. But yeah, North Dakota State is moving up to the Mountain West Conference, and I love that move. All right. I mean, FBS teams, they've kind of chosen to avoid North Dakota State for a while now. I mean, North Dakota State they are the Georgia, Ohio State, like they are that tier of team in the FCS. Now they're moving up to big boy Division I FBS football, and they're going to play in the Mountain West. And the schedule released today. I'd have to go back and look at it. I don't have it memorized or nothing, but like if it's one of those national championship in the FCS level teams that North Dakota State has had, if it's one of those type teams, like we've seen them play FBS teams, they can compete. Now they're going to play the FBS schedule. How will they fare? How will they turn out? Okay, and it could be very interesting. Like they're fighting to get that playoff, the 1 year playoff ban when you move up, or 2 year, whatever it is. I can't remember off the top of my head. They're trying to get that removed, and rightfully so, because I feel like they do have a shot. Now, I haven't dived deep. I haven't scouted these guys. I haven't really looked at them. They play FCS. I don't watch a lot of FCS football. I'm not going to lie to you. But if they are that type of team when they move up, imagine what they could do in the Mountain West Conference, okay? A lot of the Mountain West just went to the new pack, okay? They're in line to be very, very competitive and possibly even win the conference, as crazy as that sounds, if they're allowed to compete in it. Imagine that. First year in the FBS, and you make the college football playoff. They very well could. I glanced at the schedule. It's not the hardest thing in the world, all right? If they have one of those teams, I mean, it's going to be competitive games, all right? There's a big jump from FCS to FBS, but if a team can do it from the FCS level and do what we're talking about right here, right now, North Dakota State's my pick, just because of all the success and history they've had over the last however many years. They produce an NFL draft pick just about every year. That's a big name. I mean, hell, Carson Wentz, second pick in the draft. Trey Lance, the third pick in the draft. You know where they went to school? North Dakota State. All right? Think about it. This move up for them is going to be huge. I really love the move up for North Dakota State, especially in the Mountain West. Like, it fits, okay? Like, they're not going way out of their time zone to play games, okay? They're going from North Dakota. They're going to play in Vegas, all like towns like that, okay? Like, they're not traveling all over like Sacramento State is going to have to. Sacramento State's joining the MAC, the Mid-American Conference, one of the few conferences that still stays true to their regional home, basically. The Mid-American, all these teams are basically in Ohio, a couple of them in Michigan. And I mean, then you got Sacramento State over here in Sacramento, California. I'm assuming that's where it's at, Sacramento State. I'd hope it's in Sacramento. But yeah, Sacramento State, I mean, they tried to join the Mountain West. Like, they tried to make the jump as an independent. They tried to make the jump multiple times. They got all this NIL funding. They're building all kinds of new facilities to be able to be an FBS school, because they do have solid NIL funding. And now they get their chance by going to the MAC. And, like, you got to do what you got to do. I understand that. But I hate the fit just by off games and geographically. Like, I hate the fit. But I love that they're getting a chance to move up. We'll get a chance to see what they can do. I mean, I can't remember who replaced Brendan Marion off the top of my head, but their former head coach is now the OC at Colorado. All right. But I mean, we'll see how things turn out for these two teams. I think the future is definitely brighter for North Dakota State for the right now. Like, for the next 3 to 5 years, North Dakota State, I really love the move. Sacramento State, what are you going to do with it? Okay, I mean, there's a lot of questions there. And just the overall travel your team is going to have to go through. But in terms of talent and what you're competing against, you possibly, I think you went 8-4 last year in FCS play. So we'll see how you turn up here in the FBS level. But a little bit more. I mean, I already am on the topic of changes, so why not keep going just a little bit? college football alignment has truly changed. I talked about hating the fact that Sacramento State's playing in the Mid-American Conference, the MAC action, baby. But they're playing in the Mid-American. They're in California. So they're traveling to Ohio and to Michigan and bowling, like all these little Mid-American towns. And you're all the way over on the West Coast of Sacramento. But it's not just them. USC is in the Big Ten, and they could have to travel to Maryland to play a damn conference game. The Big Ten was trying to add Miami, and I'm still not even going to rule it out. Imagine you're 1 week you have back-to-back road games. You're Ohio State. We're just examples. I'm not saying they're doing examples. All right. The Ohio State Buckeyes, they travel to USC to play in California. Fly back home. Cool. Now you're traveling to Miami the next week. That is outrageous. Okay. I understand alignment. I understand the power conferences. I understand you got to do this to make more money, blah, 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 blah. Like it all centers around money, I know. But it comes to a point that's just retarded. Just retarded. When somebody gets in charge, I know all these TV deals basically have all this tied up till 2030 or maybe later. What happens if we get somebody in charge? How do the conferences look then? Do we have regional-based conference? I mean, kind of like how they used to be, but not entirely the same. Okay, because I'm not going to lie to you. I love the fact that Texas A&M, Missouri, Texas, and OU are in the SEC. I like that, okay? I like that a lot. But I don't love USC and Oregon in the Big Ten. Do I like it for competitiveness and getting to watch the games? Yes, I love it. I do love that factor. So how can we balance all of this? Okay, balance the regional, balance the travel, and you have the revenue share. How could we do that conference-wise? And I've tried to draw it up. It is very tough. Don't get me wrong. It sounds so simple. And then you're like, well, where do I put North Texas? I didn't mean North Texas ranked this year. I know the whole team left Oklahoma State. I'm just using them as an example. Like one of these G5, Tulane, okay? Where do you plug Tulane in all this? If you go to a regional base, they're in Louisiana. Do you stick them in a conference with LSU, Texas A&M? Like, do you do that to them? In a revenue share system, could they find their way success with NIL? Possibly. But, like, it's going to be tough. Because if I have my choice, I'm going to go play football at LSU, Tulane, or A&M. Well, Tulane's probably your third choice 95% of the time if you're choosing between those three. No offense to Tulane, but that's just how it is. That's G5 football versus Power 4 football. Okay? That's just how it is. So when I'm talking about these regional-based conferences, is it just going to be the current Power 4 team? Like, how do these things look? How do we split up? Is it Northeast? Is it Southeast, Southwest, Northwest? Are we doing it like that? Or are we just going to, hey, we have the Big Ten right now. We have the SEC right now. And then we're going to throw the ACC in here, and we're going to throw the Big 12 in here and see what happens. Like, what are we doing? And I'm just throwing in words because that's exactly how this thing is, because we don't know. Okay, you can spitball ideas like, could we grow the SEC has 18 teams? No, 16. They have 16 teams. Are we just going to throw 4 to 8 more teams in the SEC? The Big 10 has 18 or something like that. Are we going to make them 24, 28 team conferences? And I hate that idea, okay, because I feel like you need to have an NFL type model with this. That's why I want to go to the region base, but it is tough to do, okay? You have to buy out all of these TV contracts. It gets insane. And like I'm no person that knows all this, but it is interesting to think about and thinks about where college football is going and where it is heading. I do think we need somebody in charge for not just this. Like, this is one of the last problems right now. Realignment is way down the issue. How many teams in the playoffs is way down the issue. We got to fix the schedule before we fix anything else. And I know it's complete 180 from where we're talking, but let's fix the schedule. Let's stop taking 3 weeks off in December. Let's play football. All the coaches that I've heard that spoke out about it would love a January 1st national championship. I would love to see the national championship on January 1st. It just makes so much sense. Next year, I believe it's on January 25th of 2027. That's ridiculous. You have the portal, high school, you have all this stuff going on, and you're still playing playoff games. How do you, like, having being a coach right now would be insane. You have so much on your plate and so much to deal with if you're a playoff team. And like there's these teams that are in that every year. Sure, they might get used to it, but it's absolute chaos. You're missing out potential recruits or potential. You might be losing guys to the portal, all because you can't put your focus on them when you could be if the national championship was on January 1st. Let's move the season up a week, screw week 0. I think you can still get it done and still give Army, Navy their week. You take 1 week off and we're back at it playing football because these teams getting the first round bye, they're not playing football for 3 weeks. That's absolutely insane. They're playing somebody that played a week ago. Like, you cannot keep doing that. There's a reason only one team out of 8 that has won their game after getting off that bye. Indiana is the only team, and they won it all. But they're the only team that's won it. Just one game. They're the only one. Makes you think, man. Makes you think. But, yeah, I mean, that's all I really got for today. College football is changing. We're going to keep diving deep on these changes. We're going to keep diving deep on everything. Everything college football. All right. I may not have been good enough to get paid to play football, but dang it, I might be good enough to talk about it and get paid. Hopefully. I'm kidding. I'm really not. All right, I'm wore out. All right, thank you for tuning in. Nuke Zone, signing out.